you get... Start over. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I just wanted to talk about different study things that you could do when you end up actually getting a job at Starbucks. I'm going to tell you the amount of pumps in the drink, the amount of shots in the drink, so that you're ready. So when you go into your first day, you already had studied a little bit. So it kind of helps you not be so frazzled, because that job can be very hard and there's a lot of things to learn. So if you study beforehand and you know your basics, then it'll be a little bit easier on you. When it comes to the point of sale system or the POS system, I'm not going to teach you that because it is hard to learn, but at the same time, you're going to have to actually be there and be hands-on with it. Just know that they're all in a certain order, so when you're there, just kind of push the buttons and just kind of figure out where everything is when you don't have customers. It'll help if you just keep looking at all the stuff when you have time to do it. What I recommend when you get on the bar is to either laminate a sheet with all the information that you need and put it in your apron. So if you ever forget, you can just pull it out and look at it real fast, stick it back in your apron, because I've heard some people talk about how bad their trainers were at their Starbucks, and I've had other people on the other spectrum where they say that the trainers were really good. I had a good trainer. Other people have not. So I don't want you to get flustered and freak out and quit, because a lot of people do that. Just remember what you're doing it for. You're doing it for IVF treatment. It is worth it, and once you get it, it is easier. I know that it can take you about 6 months of working at Starbucks for you to feel comfortable and confident in the drinks and the point of sale system. So give yourself a break. It's new, it's hard. Just keep going. Also, on the POS system, if you're in the middle of making a drink and there's no one on the system, you can go type in the drink, and then right on the side of the bar, it has all the ingredients there, so you can kind of look over, figure it out, and then go make it real fast. It's helpful when you forget things a lot. There's also a little quiz, like little flashcards online that I found when I got hired. I'll link it down in the description below, so you can click it and study with that as well. So let's get into the actual recipes. So we're gonna start with the hot bar. It's probably the easiest and most used. There's 4 different sizes. There's a short, a tall, a grande, and a venti for the hot bar. Shorts aren't used that often. Honestly, I barely made shorts, and when we did use the short cup, it was usually for like puppuccinos, whipped cream, stuff like that. But if you do, the short is 2 pumps and 1 shot. Tall is 3 pumps, 1 shot. Grande is 4 pumps, 2 shots. Venti is 5 pumps and 2 shots. And venti ice drinks are 6 pumps and 3 shots. So if you kind of break it down how I remembered it, it kind of goes down in pump wise. It goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you just got to remember 2 is the smallest one. Go down for 3 is the next smallest. 4, 5. Iced. Venti, when it comes to venti hot and the venti iced, venti ice always gets 1 extra pump and 1 extra shot. And then when it comes to the shots, the first 2 small sizes are always 1 shot. And just remember, from medium up, it gets 2 shots. Except for when the venti is iced. That's the only difference. If it was an iced grande, it's still the same. Iced tall, it's still the same. The only time it changes is when it's a venti iced. You might see a big, huge cup. That's called a Trenta, and that's usually only used for like iced coffees. And I don't mean iced lattes, I mean iced coffees. Iced teas. Just remember that Trentas are only for those things. They don't usually give them out for Frappuccinos, even though some people ask for it. But that's not what they're for. They're for iced coffees and teas most of the time. The next hot part of the bar, we have the Americanos. And Americanos is just shots, espresso shots and water. That's all it is. So when you're doing the hot ones and the cold ones, it's one for a short. There's no short and iced, just so you know that. 2 shots for a tall, 3 shots for a grande, and 4 for a venti. So just remember it's 1, 2, 3, 4. When it comes to blonde espresso and macchiatos, those always get 1 less pump. So if someone ordered a grande vanilla latte blonde espresso, then so you would think, okay, so a grande has 4 pumps and you're going to take away 1, so it's going to get 3 instead. The reason for the blonde espresso being 1 less is because blonde espresso is supposed to be sweeter, so it'll be way too sweet if you put the original pumps in there. Macchiato is pretty much the same. If you get the caramel macchiato, it has all that caramel drizzle inside, so it can be very sweet, so you want to take 1 away. Okay, and for the cold bar, this one can be a little bit more, how do you say, confusing, only because of, I think most people get more flustered on being on cold bar than they do on hot bar. At least that's what I've been told from other people. There's only 3 sizes on the cold bar. There's the tall, grande, and venti. Tall is 2 pumps of the frap roast. They call it frappuccino roast, frost, all the nicknames they have for it there. Grande is 3 pumps, and venti is 4 pumps. So just remember 2, 3, 4. It's basically the same as the hot bar. The only difference is you're subtracting 1. So if on the hot bar, a tall is 3 pumps, then you take 1 away and it's just 2. So once again, like I said, I will link the little flashcards down below in the description so that it will help you study. That's all I'm going to talk about for this one, because I know that that's the hardest part. A lot of people struggle with bar and they get scared to be on bar. Just believe in yourself and just do it. Ask questions. If you have a trainer that's mean, ask other people questions. One thing they do want you to do is go fast. So give yourself some time. If you can't go fast, you can't go fast. Just try to remember it. I know that when I was there doing it, they took one of those little chalk markers and they wrote on the actual espresso machine. So while I was making drinks, I could look at it real fast and then go. So you can always ask if you can do that as well. But just be confident. Don't be scared. It's a learning curve. There's so many drinks that they have. They have so many different kinds. This is just the basics. That's all you need to know at the beginning, and then you'll eventually start learning it all. I know it seems impossible that you'll never learn that many drinks, but you will. I have a very bad memory. That's why I look at this paper so much. But for some reason, I just remembered it. So just keep practicing, study as much as you can while you're in training, so that when you're not in training anymore, you feel confident enough to get through a shift. I hope this helped. Like I said, be patient with yourself. Give yourself some time. Even 3 months in, you'll probably still be all crazy because there's other things to learn, like coffee urns, how to make teas, refreshers, all that stuff. So it's a lot, but keep going. Alright, well, thank you for watching my video. I hope this helped. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any other things you want to learn when it comes to Starbucks, comment down below and I'll make another video about it. Okay, bye.